Why are GED proportions important for similar figures? Have you ever wondered how we can compare shapes that look alike but are different in size? This is where proportions come into play, especially when it comes to similar figures. So, why are proportions important for similar figures on the General Educational Development Test? Let's break it down. When we talk about similar figures, we mean shapes that have the same angles and the lengths of their sides are in proportion. This means that if you know the lengths of some sides of one shape, you can find the lengths of the corresponding sides of another shape. This relationship is vital for solving problems on the General Educational Development Test. For instance, consider two triangles that are similar. If you know the length of one side of the first triangle and the corresponding side of the second triangle, you can set up a proportion to find any missing lengths. This is done by creating an equation where the ratio of the sides is equal. It's a straightforward method that saves you from measuring every side directly. The ratio of the lengths of corresponding sides is known as the scale factor. If you have this scale factor, you can easily calculate any unknown side length. For example, if the scale factor is 2, you would multiply the known side length by 2 to find the corresponding side length in the larger triangle. This concept applies not just to triangles but to all similar shapes, whether they are squares, rectangles, or any other polygons. Proportions are also useful in real-life situations. For example, if you want to find the height of a tree by comparing it to the length of its shadow, you can use similar triangles to solve the problem. By measuring the shadow of a smaller object and knowing its height, you can find the height of the tree using proportions. In addition, understanding proportions helps with scale drawings and maps. When you create a scale drawing, you are essentially using proportions to representing larger objects in a smaller format while keeping their shapes the same. So, when you think about why proportions are important for similar figures, remember that they provide a reliable way to relate side lengths, solve for unknown measurements, and understand how shapes can change size while maintaining their shape. This skill is not just essential for passing the General Educational Development Test but is also applicable in everyday life.